This is a very important beginning. This is where we start our journey together. This is the risk beginning, the first stage. Does that get you? Well, I want to take away some of the anxiety about taking the first stage of risking, because it's understanding that you need to risk. Understanding that you, in your own life, have things that may not be the way you want them to be. And maybe you've settled for things that you don't need to settle for. Now, as you watch this, I want you to be reviewing your own life. This has to do with you. When we go through this, I want you to think about the kinds of risks that you have to take, the people you want to talk to, the people you want to express your feelings to, the people you want to show your passion to, those emotional risks. I want you to think about the things you want to accomplish. I want you to think about the power and the strength that you're trying to achieve in your life. And as you put yourself in your own life watching this, ask yourself, am I happy where I am? What's missing in my life? What do I need? What do I need to be happy? What would be the condition of my life if I were to create it? If I were to write it down on a piece of paper that I would create and say, that's the place I want to be in. I want you to dream. That's right. I want you to dream. And before you go any further, I want you to think about the dreams of your life, the dreams that you gave up. Did you have to give them up? And I want you to think about the dreams that would make you happy now, because this is a time to bring the dream back to life. Pay attention, because the dream you dream may be the success that you're going to risk for. Stage 2, well, that's when you've decided to risk. That's what this is about. You've decided to do it. You've decided to at least look at it. Now, when you watch this part of the program, I want you to start taking notes as you do, because this is the part where you are aware that there's something that you have to do. And now that you're aware of the fact that there's something that you have to do, everything you learn here is important to you. Yes, it is on the tape. You're absolutely going to be able to come back to this. But I still want you to take notes, because that's what it's about. It's about putting it together in your way. It's about preparing for you, so that everything I say may not seem as important as everything else. I want you to get out of this exactly what's right for you. I want you to take the directions that are right for you, because this is about finding the direction, the next opportunity. Where do you get the training? Where do you go back to school? Who do you need to tell? Where do you find all those things for? I want you, as you listen to this and everything that's said in this stage, to think about what you have to do next. Come on, this is the next step in the stages of risking. Third stage of risking is the stage of committing. It's about building up a sense of momentum, forward pressure. Belief in the goal is what you needed to get here, and you need to have a dream before that. But now, you have to do something different. It's about action now. Well, what is the proper action at this stage? Let me tell you what the proper action is. Now, focus on this, because it's critical to your success and behavior. And it's critical for you to understand this as you listen and watch and develop your thoughts about this. You ready? You need to act now in your life like the person who is going to succeed would have acted at this stage in your life. What does that mean? Well, let's for example say that you wanted to be a lawyer. Well, at this stage, a person who wanted to be a lawyer would be making a commitment to go to law school, would be making a commitment to get the funding, to get good grades on the law aptitude tests. The person would be committed to that life and be acting like a future lawyer. I want you to act like the future success. You assume the attitude of the person who will be the success that you're trying to reach, because that's how it happens. Act appropriately to the success, and the success will be yours. If you act like a playboy or someone who has no interest whatsoever in the goal, don't expect to reach that goal, because if you don't assume the attitude, the success will not be yours, because the risk only comes to the person with the right attitude. Otherwise, it's just a crapshoot. I want to get something really clear with you. If this were a long section, this whole program would be a fraud. That's right, because this is a short section. It's about the leap itself. That's right. Think of an Olympic athlete. Years of practicing, going to do the broad jump. Well, that person practices and practices. The moment of risk is a few seconds, and it's over. But everything went into that. The person believed, they had a dream, they acted like the person, and now they get up there, the crowd is roaring, and they risk. It's a short moment. But if I made more of this than to tell you that this stage is the result of the 3 stages before, I would be leading you astray. Yes, you have to know some things about this stage. You have to pay attention. That's the key. You have to pay attention to all the work you've done, all the belief you have, all the dreaming, all the attitude that you develop. You have to make it work for you now. It's about concentrating. It's about focusing. It's about doing it. So as you watch this, focus your own attention and think how you'll take that step at this stage yourself. Take a deep breath. Ready? On your mark. Get set. Go. I told you to be short, but it's scary, isn't it? Because in that second, so many things can happen. It flies by. In other words, you have to do it like one of those downhill skiers racing it, the course in their own mind, thinking where they're going to be, having the rhythm set up. Yes, it's a lot of preparation to this stage. And if you have to think about it, you're probably lost. That's why your attitude is so critical. That's why your belief is so critical. That's why the dream is so critical. Because putting the belief into the attitude is going to make the risk happen. Saying, I'm going to take the risk right now, isn't going to be anything in your favor of the success. I hope you learned this. You know, before you even go ahead, go back and play the section over again. It's short enough. And the reason I want you to play it again is to realize that this is the moment of truth. And the moment of truth is nothing more than the extension of what led up to it. The moment of risk is short. It's supposed to be short. But your attention has to be before the risk, during the risk, and after the risk. I want you to pay attention to that. And again, it might be in your best interest to go back and replay this all over again, this section on the moment of truth, because the moment of truth is going to affect you. But you need to understand that the moment of truth is rooted in preparing, believing, dreaming, the right attitude. All of it comes to a head right here. You don't invent the risk at the moment of risk, you fulfill it